Hello everyone, welcome back. So, not sure how long actually today's is gonna be, because I am battling a headache right now. Didn't get much sleep last night. Hello Ash. I am forehead. Got a bit of a headache right now, so I make no promises on how long this stream is going to be. Could be a single sandwich, could be two, could be four, could be... I don't know. But, how are you doing? Go to the mods, exclamation point, Ash. Hello, Moongus. Hello, Aiden. That would be... Yeah, I bought in bulk, I don't even know how many Pika picks. And I'm just like, I just keep using them. Because it's the only pick I still have, and it's the first one on the thing, and it's cheap. I'll just go dump a whole bunch of money into that. Yeah, I'm glad that you like them, Ash. I don't even know where I got them. I just have... I had a stack of like 60 of them. And then, granted, as I used them for the egg power sandwiches, we milled them rather quickly. Hello, Omar. Yeah, Omar. I don't think you remembered that Rage Fist doesn't affect normal type Rillaboom. So... Maybe best to leave me the Terra Raid stuff and things. Because I actually already finished the Rillaboom counter Terra Raid guide. It was stupidly quick to just knock that entire thing out. Because this is the first time it's only had a single weakness. And I was like, oh, this is literally like 7 minutes to do. Yes, but not Rage Fist. Yeah, you also need more... than just Drain Punch. You're not going to knock out Rillaboom. You could do that with Inteleon, because Inteleon is paper thin. But Rillaboom actually has a decent amount of bulk for being Glass Cannon. For not being Glass Cannon, but for being like an attacker, it has a decent amount of bulk, because it's not like all speed like Inteleon was. Inteleon is just speed. Nope, it's the eyes. You know, with the purple eyes. Pokemon Unbound. I've never played Pokemon Unbound. Iron Hands might work. Yes! Iron Hands was the second one on the list. Yeah, number one on the list for them was Annihilate. The second was Iron Hands. And the main reason for that is Belly Drum. The tricky part of Iron Hands is how much damage Rillaboom is going to be doing. Because if Rillaboom has, like, Wood Hammer, that could potentially knock you out after you Belly Drum, if you're slower than it. So it's like, there's a problem. No, Zoroark would not be good. Zoroark is paper thin. It would get knocked out by anything. Yeah, raids are designed for bulky attackers to be optimal, not glass cannons. Because you're dealing with Pokemon that are level 100 and have the level 100 have competently high offensive stats, very good same type attack bonuses, set up status moves, and have 30 times the normal health they do. Glass Cannons made their mark by being able to out-damage things by a little bit and land a knockout. All of that falls completely flat when you're dealing with something that is 30 times the amount of health you normally do. It's worth sacrificing maybe like a 5% power cut for double your survivability. Is kind of like the big thing. The other thing is you want same type of attack bonus attackers. Non-stab coverage users are not good for Terra Raids. Yeah, but you're not going to have enough damage to knock out Rillaboom. You need a fourth move. You need a second attacking move, Omar. That's what I'm saying. You need another move other than Rage Fist, because Rage Fist can't hit it. You need another move. You're not going to be able to knock it out. Yeah, Rillaboom is going to be interesting. I'm hoping they give it Noble Roar. The one reason for that is if they give it Noble Roar, that's going to just make Defiant go crazy. That's just going to be it's going to be a joke with Defiant Annihilate if they do, because that was why it was so good against Tearful Look against Inteleon. It was in Tearful Look debuffs both your physical and your special attack, and it's two separate debuffs, so meaning you get two separate boosts of Defiant. Stab, and its own brings Pokemon. That's not how Terra Raids work. In Terra Raids, every Pokemon is... It's treated as basically 4 simultaneous single battles. Follow Me and Redirection does not work in Terra Raids. So say you're fighting the Rillaboom, and then you have your 3 other people. One of them can use Follow Me, but that would only follow me the attack that was already going to them. Your redirection does not go cross-teammate. It's very weird the way... They're basically coded as 4 separate simultaneous single battles than a 4v1 like it was with Dynamax Adventures. And you are not immune to its Grass-type same attack bonus, because even though you Terastallize in normal, it still retains its same type attack bonus against Grass, and its hidden ability is Grassy Surge, meaning all grass moves will have a bonus 30% damage. And Zoroark is naturally very frail. So a grassy terrain boost to something like Wood Hammer, Drum Beating, or really anything of that sort would blast completely through Zoroark. Zoroark typing is not good for it. Zoroark typing is not good for it. Yeah, Hisuian Zoroark is kind of a Pokemon that will really never be good for Terra Raids, because it's a Glass Cannon. Glass Cannons are not good for Terra Raids. They do not have the survivability. Because Terra Raid Pokemon will generally use the move with the best level of effectiveness, or the highest level of base power against you. Even if you're immune to normal, you're not immune to grass. You're not immune to coverage moves, because it could likely have knockoff, it could likely have any number of moves. I know, because I have experimented with it in other Terra Raids. I also run a lot of the numbers. You're not knocking stuff out in Terra Raids. You're not knocking them out in one hit. You require many turns of setup in order to do that, and Zoroark does not have the survivability to do that. The reason why no one is using Scovillain is frail. Scovillain's biggest issue is it does not have a high amount of bulk, and it does not have good offensive stats. You are better off using other Pokemon that more effectively could deal with it. I'd rather laugh at Dazzle's comment of asking if Zoomer was good against Rillaboom, despite a bad thing. Sapsip or Azumarill would not be terrible, because it's immune to grass. That wouldn't be horrible. It wouldn't be great, but it could at least be somewhat feasible. At the same time, you're also boosting up the physical attack of Samurott by doubling it. That's a big problem because it was using exclusively physical attacks. You would be making a physical attacker far more powerful for only benefiting yourself when it can run through you even better than. That's not what you want to be doing for Terra Raids. Yeah, the reason why is it doesn't work well. Anyone use Hoopa during the Delphox raid? Hoopa was not good. Remember, you wanted to be using fire, you want to be using steel types for it. However, steel types were weak to fire. It's like poison types were also weak to psychic. That's why everyone went for Heatran. Heatran basically survived everything. Also, that's why everyone went for Ceruledge. It wasn't afraid of anything that Delphox had. Hoopa doesn't really hit Delphox for anything meaningful. It really has dark type close combat. Delphox was fairy. It wasn't fire and psychic, it was pure fairy. You didn't want dark types for it. Yeah, Amoongus, there's a very good list of reasons why what is used against the Terra raid bosses is what is used. Because those are the things that work the best. Like, that... They're the reason why that they are used is because they work. Simply, they work the best. Not offensively and defensively. They are very different. A lot of Psychic Fairy types exist, and many Psychic types learn Fairy moves, and many Fairy types learn Psychic moves. But what they are weak to and what they are good against are very different outside of fighting. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I got, like, no sleep last night, and so I just have this not, like, blistering headache, but it's, like, this dull ache right here, right behind my eyes. I think we're only going to do one sandwich today, and also, yes, you're noticing the shiny Sneasel. I got that yesterday when I was just going and grinding Terra Shards. And I just found a shiny Sneasel. Again. Which is going in the giveaway bin. I don't need it. But yeah, Amoongus. When it comes to Terra Raids, what is used for a very specific reason. The Terra Raid level 7s are all level 100. Have 30 times HP that they normally do, and generally have movesets that are specifically designed to knock out counters to the typing they are now, which narrows the pool of what's actually viable. That's why you see pretty much the same Pokemon being used by most people, because they want to win. And you're not going to really bring in something that even at the best case is deliberately being countered by the devs. Koraidon is not a special attacker. It has a very low special attack, and it is not a fire type. Even though it does learn Flamethrower, it really doesn't do that much damage. Hey Nerdo Van 29, how you doing? Yeah, just because things learn other moves like that or other categories does not mean they do very much damage. Go Plus said I only got 3.5 hours of sleep. Thankfully, appear to be able to function after work. So wait, do you sleep at work? Were you napping during work, Jared? That's not as much as you like. Remember, You have to wait 3 turns before you can terrestrialize, and that's if it doesn't charge spam. If it doesn't steal your charge repeatedly, which is what raid bosses generally enjoy doing. There's a number of times I've done level 7 raids, and I have not gotten to terrestrialize. They keep stealing your charge that aggressively. You'd be better off actually going for Flare Blitz, and even then, that's not really a good thing to use because the recoil knocks you out. And one of the reasons why Koraidon was not as heavily used is that you want to be using the same type of attack bonus against these things. You don't want using non-stab moves. Because if you're not doing a whole lot of damage, the shield comes up and they just start wiping you. You want to take them out quickly because they will start setting up. And when they start setting up, they will start knocking you out very easily. You know, a lot of these niche options, they don't work that well. Yeah, they're probably going to release Shiny Koraidon in probably a year and a half. They generally do towards the tail end of the current generation game cycle. And just that's based on what they did with Sword and Shield with Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus. Because they released those at, like, the turn of the year, I think last year. Yeah, last year the turn of the year is when they released them. And that was, you know, BDSP Legends were coming out. Was everything that's literally defined by typing and move pool not used? And something completely random, different, take the scene. Because they have higher stats. It's because of stats. You use things that have a same type attack bonus with a move that is in line with that stat. Like how you are judging me for that, not spending $55 on Pokemon Sleep Tracker. Oh, Jared, you seem to think that I wasn't judging you over that. I just wasn't verbalizing it. Paldean Tauros does not have better stats than Koraidon. The reason why Paldean Tauros was used was because of Anger Point. Because the entirety of Samurot's kit was crit haxing, and Paldean Tauros resisted everything other than Bulldoze, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage, that the Samurott could do. That would instantly max out Paldean Tauros' attack, allowing it to brute force through it. When your attack stat goes up to +6, your attack stat is 4 times what it normally is. That outstats Koraidon by a mile. It's well over triple Koraidon's physical attack. Even if Koraidon had Sun up, it's well over triple that. That's the reason. Rillaboom, Great Tusk would not be good against the Rillaboom, Omar. It will not be good against Rillaboom. Great Tusk is weak to grass. Great Tusk is weak to grass, Omar. It is not a good call. What's wrong among us? I'm sorry, Naruto. I don't speak Japanese. Could you please translate? I don't speak Japanese. I require a translation. I think flying type. That's because relatives and relatives against effectively. Yeah, one of the other options I would say is probably Corviknight. But again, your guys are gonna have to wait for the whole Terra Raid counter guide for that. I recommend checking that out when it comes out. Trust me, I've gone over the options. And there is a flying type in there. And I specifically note that about Corviknight, that yeah, there's literally nothing Rillaboom can do against it. The problem is, it just takes forever to kill it. That's the problem. And depending when the stat purges go off, it just kind of completely body it. Because I don't... Also, if Rillaboom does... I mean... I still don't think they will give something Taunt. But you never know. Like, they gave Mist to Inteleon with Snowscape spam. You never know if they will give Rillaboom Taunt. Like, if they give Rillaboom Taunt, then a lot of these strategies kind of... Other than, of course, the Iron... Other than, of course, like, the Annihilate one, just get it boned. I'm still surprised they have given literally none of these Pokemon Taunt access. Even when they already have Taunt. Problem with Iron Hands is that Rillaboom gets it. Yeah, but here's the thing. Iron Hands is not weak to Acrobatics, and Grassy Terrain cuts Earthquake's power in half. So, those are not nearly as big of worries as you would think. Electric resists flying, meaning that it is neutrally damaged by Acrobatics. And, again, Earthquake's power is cut in half by Grassy Terrain. Remember, all these things have their hidden abilities, meaning it will automatically set Grassy Terrain. That's why the big worry of Rillaboom isn't its normal moves. It's not its coverage moves. Its Grassy Terrain Woodhammer is the real enemy. Yep. Your Grassy Terrain cuts Magnitude... I believe it is Magnitude. I know it cuts Bulldoze and Earthquake's power in half. It may or may not cut Magnitude's power in half. Yeah. It's... There are so many little things that the terrains do that most people just never realize because they're so niche. It does not... I don't believe it gets Stomping Tantrum anymore. But it does not cut Stomping Tantrum's power. It's just Earthquake, Magnitude, and... It's Earthquake, Bulldoze, and possibly Magnitude. I don't think it does Magnitude, but it is a similar move like Earthquake and Bulldoze, so it may. High horsepower? Nope. Basically, nothing gets high horsepower anymore. It's just basically the horse-donkey Pokemon. And... Ursaluna, I know, also gets it. But yeah, pretty much, unless you are a ground type, like, there's very few Pokemon that actually still have high horsepower. Very few Pokemon retain that move. I'm gonna use Gyarados. Oh yeah, Gyarados exists. I think the only issue Gyarados has is that it's not nearly as bulky as something like Annihilate, and it doesn't get Drain Punch. But yeah, Gyarados is really heckin' something, because finally, we have a move that always drops defense. Finally we do. Thunderous Kick. But it's exclusive to Gyarados. Rillaboom will have acrobatics with fighting types. Yeah, but the other thing you gotta remember, Rillaboom is not gonna have attack effort values. So, like, there is that, which will heavily kneecap its damage. We have to kind of put into perspective how much damage things do simply because of effort values, and when they don't have those effort values, they do a lot less damage. Give those defensive keys. The issue is Gyarados can't heal itself. You need to either use a move like Roost, or you need to use the Healing Cheer. It has no passive healing from something like Drain Punch, unless you give it the Shell Bell. Which, even then, Shell Bell isn't gonna really get its isn't gonna really restore its health that much. You need something like a Belly Drum user, or obscene levels of attack boosting, in conjunction with a move like Drain Punch to really make Shell Bell self-sustaining. Because once the Terra Shield comes up, your damage drops off a freaking cliff. And if you don't maintain that level of healing, you will get KO'd. Gyarados' defense is average. It's like 90. The reason I know Gyarados' defense is 90, and I know I know Gyarados' stat line, is because week 1 of the Elite Battle League, I'm going up against Gyarados on the Doorman's team. And I'm not looking forward to fighting Gyarados. Yeah, Squirtle gets body press. That's the reason why Zamazenta is looking pretty funny here. Like, Zamazenta finally gets body press. It gets an automatic +1. It gets Iron Defense. Just go Body Press shenanigans. Let's just go Body Press. Yeah, like, Umbreon could be good. Umbreon will be very good for raid support. Provided it doesn't get obliterated by Woodhammer. Like that... The Woodhammer! Yeah, Zamazenta was on the list, Alpha. All of these things were on the counter guide. The counter guide has already been recorded. But yeah, there's the list of potential things are there. I don't think you quite realize how strong grassy terrain boosted Woodhammers are, Omar. Remember, it is a 30% boost on top of a stab 120 base power move. That is a heck and lot of damage. That is a 30% boost. Is bringing Woodhammer up to about the range of 230 base power. That is only slightly under what Explosion is. That is a very, very scary move. That is going to nuke most things. Also, fun thing about Corviknight. Mirror Armor. Rillaboom gets Screech. Rillaboom gets Noble Roar. Mirror Armor rebounds both of those, enabling better survivability and better damage. Yeah, Corviknight's fun. Corviknight is very fun. Thank God Rillaboom doesn't get Grassy Glide. Yeah, nothing gets Grassy Glide anymore. I'm kind of surprised they took Grassy Glide out. Inteleon never had anything, is what you remember. Inteleon never had anything to begin with. So, it was kind of evening the playing field. I am glad that they took out Grassy Glide, I will say. Technically, they nerfed all 3 of the Galarian starters because they took out Scald. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Inteleon's main struggle is that it is simply a fast water-type beat stick. That's all it does. It's not particularly bulky, and it is a offensive water type in a literal sea of offensive water types. And oftentimes, you want your water types to do more than just hit something. You're generally going to have them be dual-typed, generally with an ability that gives them some other form of support, like an immunity, like Gastrodon, or a better sub-typing, like Gastrodon, which is immune to electric, or you're like Pelipper, where you're your range setter, or you're like Toxic, which is obscenely bulky. Use Libero and Rillaboom Grassy Glide. Rillaboom was used for a lot of things. Grassy Glide was just one of them. There was a number of things Rillaboom had going for it. Knockoff, Fake Out, Grassy Glide, obscenely powerful Woodhammer, Superpower, U-Turn. There was a lot Rillaboom had going for it. Cinderace really only had Libero. It was only good in singles. It was not good in doubles. Rillaboom was fantastic in both. Now, I love Rillaboom. But much like Incineroar, I am glad Boy was nerfed. I do not miss seeing Rillaboom on everything. Granted, Rillaboom also wouldn't be as prominent nowadays because it was very good against Kyogre and Groudon, but without them being legal, and you can't really... Well, then again, it would body Flutter Mane, so like there is that. I don't know... I don't have an issue with the humanoid Pokemon unless they're too humanoid. That's the reason I'm not a fan of Cinderace. It's too humanoid for me. Like, it looks like a rabbit person. Like, if a Pokemon is just, like, humanoid, like I don't dislike Machamp. I don't dislike Conkeldurr. I don't dislike Gothitelle. I think Gardevoir's design is a bit bland, but I don't dislike the design. Cinderace's is a bit pushing it like Meowscarada, where it's like, it looks still animalistic, but it's too human-like. It's sort of like an uncanny valley sort of thing, where it's like, it's close enough to being human, but it's off just slightly that it's a little unsettling. But that's like Rillaboom, you know, humanoid shape. You know, obviously it's a monkey, but like that makes sense because it's very monkey. It's literally an ape. Like I can see why people have problems with humanoid Pokemon at times. I don't really have an issue with most of them. It's just the ones that are trying to look too humanoid while also still looking animal-like. That's why I don't like Delphox. I'm really the only one, because I want to use Iron Moth and despise Quaxcaball. Really? Why do people dislike Quaxcaball? Quaxcaball's amusing. I like Josuke. I like Josuke the Quaxcaball. He amuses me. Also helps that freaking Moxie Aqua Step is a hell of a combo. Ah, you don't like the dancing. I don't know, I like it. It's like, it took a while to grow on me. I didn't like it at first, but like, it grew on me. I like how lively it is. Like, I love Skeletor, but I like Skeletor because Little Birdie. Little Birdie amuses me. Like, I think Quaxcaball probably has the most lively animation of any Pokemon in the game. Maybe, like, Ludicolo is close, but, like, Ludicolo isn't quite as energetic. Ludicolo is, like, you know, a little dancey to side, but it's not, like, as energetic. It's like, I like this. It's a good refresher, because, like, that's one of the things about the 3D animations I don't like, is the Pokemon just kind of sit there. They sit there and they, like, bobble around a little bit. That's why I really miss the black and white too. Like the black and white animation ones was like, yeah, they're actually moving around a lot more. Cool. Bring back black and white animation sprites. I miss those. What's ever? Oh yeah, it is a peacock. Yeah, right with that. Yeah, my favorite's always gonna be Skeletor. My favorite is always gonna be Skeletor. I mean, its signature move is by far the most powerful. Literally a special attack plus every time you use it. And awesome type combo. It's a Croco. I like it. We are a fan of the Croco. We are a fan of Croco. Favorite animal? Ooh, that's a hard pick. Like, it's probably the most basic thing you could say. Dogs. They could do no wrong. It's basic. I like doggos. Like Game Freak, broke the Chinese Zodiac. Omar, the Chinese Zodiac was never a thing. The Chinese Zodiac thing was broken in Gen 2. Cyndaquil is not a mouse. It's an echidna. The only way the whole Fire Chinese Zodiac thing holds up is if you bend the rules of what the Chinese Zodiac is to the point of it deliberately doesn't have the Chinese Zodiac anymore. The Chinese Zodiac thing never existed. It was never a thing. It was broken following Gen 2. Because it's not a mouse, it's an echidna. The reason they call it a fire mouse Pokemon. Yeah, Fennekin's a fox. It's like, it's not a dog. It's like, that's the only way the entire thing of the Chinese Zodiac Fire Starter theory, not even a theory, it's a hypothesis, ever worked, is if you act like the Pokemon are not the animal they are specifically based on. Like, Fennekin is a fox. Cyndaquil is an echidna. And Typhlosion is a badger. And the only way they're like, oh yeah, well, Charizard works because it's a dragon, even though it's a lizard. It's a salamander. So even then, Charmander doesn't work for it because it's not a dragon. It's a salamander. Cyndaquil's a couple of things. It's like it's a porcupine and like an echidna and becomes a badger. It's weird. It's like with Suicune, where Suicune is based on a leopard, but it's also got like 7 other things thrown in it, like a Japanese or Chinese dragon thing. It's like, it's weird. The funny thing is, for all the things it's based on, it's not based on a mouse. The big one is, it doesn't have a tail. Cyndaquil doesn't have a tail! Yeah, it apparently is a mouse. I do miss old school chunky Pikachu. I do miss that. They slimmed Pikachu down, but like, I don't know, there's a certain charm of big, large, and in charge Pikachu. So I'm so glad that G-Max Pikachu is old school Pikachu again. It's like, yeah, no. It's bringing it back to the roots. Large. Pika Chunky. I love it. Chunky Chew. It's like, it was great. Best way to make meta go on a rant. Yes! Yes! Omar! Have you not met me? There are many ways to send me on a rant. Present me with demonstrably false information, and I will rip that shit to pieces faster than you can blink. Oh no, you haven't missed anything, Stephanie. See, now that's wrong, Al. I'm not even gonna rant about that because that's just wrong. The best starter is Infernape. Best starter for Infernape, but I would disagree with that. Emolga, one of the worst Pika clones. You're not wrong on that, Ash. You're not wrong. Granted, I don't like any Pika clone other than Togedemaru. So to me, all of them are the worst. I have to call Golden for some reason. Yeah. Dedenne is a walking radio antenna! Have you not seen Togedemaru? Togedemaru is Happy Spike Ball! Can't disapprove if it's in another language. I don't know. Dedenne has always been ruined for me because, 1, I don't like Kalos, and 2, Dynamax Adventures. That thing in Dynamax Adventures annoys me. How it always uses freaking entrainment. Ash, have you never paid attention to anything? I don't like Kalos. I don't like the region that's a Kanto remake and everything but name. I play games for the new stuff, not a game that entirely is like, don't care about the new stuff. Just remember the old stuff. The new stuff isn't cool. That's why I don't like it. If a game isn't going to respect itself, to put itself first, I will not show it that respect. Because it doesn't respect itself enough. Also, why do I sound like Ghost Freak from Ben 10 right there? That's creepy. Kels gang, rise up. Jared, you have picked the wrong side. You have chosen the wrong side in this. I have not done anything with Pokemon Sleep, so I can give no comments. Being out with my steps do it because you hate Gen 6. I don't hate Gen 6, Ash. I just hate Kalos. I like Oras. Hey, you're not wrong on that, Alpha. The anime actually did good things with Kalos. Aside from Karina, aka Mega Simp Cario. Corrections. Correction. Yeah, that's kind of what it is with me, Omar, is that for me, the most interesting, like the thing that I get attached to the most with the games is the new stuff. You know, the new Pokemon, the new characters, the new everything. And Kalos really wasn't that. A lot of what Kalos did was, remember this thing that existed? It existed. You should like this. You should like Lucario. It's old, it's classic. You should like Charizard. It's old, it's classic. It's like, I played the games to see the new Pokemon. Show me the new stuff. You only have, like, 71 new Pokemon, but show me the new Pokemon. Because when I reach the Pokemon, that's what garbage cans do. Ash, oh, you wound me. That hurts, except not really, because I'm cold to your hate. I am cold to your hatred. Never like threw that up, man. Yeah, there's the thing is, Kalos has the smallest decks of any. The Kalos have the smallest addition of any game in terms of new Pokemon. It is 71 Pokemon, including Mythicals, and I believe there were 3 Mythicals. Yeah, Diancie, Volcanion, Koopa. Technically, there was 68 Pokemon in the actual game. My step tool. Come and get me, Ash. You can't reach me. I'm just gonna stand on top of my chair and you can't reach me. I will disagree on that, Alpha. Again, as someone who's a bit of a competitive fan, Mega's kind of destroyed competitive. I don't enjoy dealing with things that have higher stats than restricted legendaries, that have better stat lines and better abilities than restricted legendaries. That's kind of my 2 cents. Trust me, Alpha, you're not gonna make any headway with Ash. People with stronger wills have tried. You will not get through that forehead. That forehead is iron, not even iron, that is like freaking diamond. You will not be able to break through that. I speak from experience. I'm sorry, Ash, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong, and also, do it without lying. The answer is you can't. You're not wrong, but that's besides the point. Exactly! I got you, I backed you into a corner. Nah, mine's bigger because it needs to contain this big brain. The forehead must be larger to contain the biggest of brain. Also my enormous ego. It's like 1% is the brain, the other 99% is the ego. Nah, actually not small brain. Large forehead. You know, you didn't. I feel like you would enjoy Roanoke games, Ash, because there's a few of his videos where he specifically says, "Large forehead gang, rise up." Ban me all you want, Ash. You can't ban me from my own channel. Well, to be fair, Omar, you're just a ball. You're a Screamtail. You are literally a ball with arms and legs and hair. Maybe a ponytail. Also, for those looking forward, What is the best remake? I would say depends on what you mean by best remake. Because again, we've been over this a bit before, where best remake is a bit of a vague statement. Best could mean most faithful. You know, best being most like the original. Best could be most new features, which means it is less of a remake then. Gameplay, post-game enjoyment. I gotta say, honestly, probably BDSP, I will say. Like, it's a controversial statement. But I like the Gym Leader rematches. I honestly preferred the main game more than ORAS or HGSS. HGSS is too slow, and I don't really like how HGSS was the game we started the channel with. But Heart Gold Soul Silver is not really anywhere on my list of favorite Pokemon games. It's not a game I will go back out of my way to replay, because it just takes forever to beat. Level grinding is a pain, and I just don't find it that fun. ORAS, I think it's a bit full of itself at times. Like, it really doesn't have much of a post-game. The Delta episode kills that game for me. It's a 2.5 hour fetch quest for 30 minutes of actual cool stuff. Cause, like, the Delta episode is you running to Devon Corp, talking to Steven's dad. He tells you to go to talk to someone else in another town, and then come back to him. And it's 2.5 hours of that. And then you get to cool stuff. Which is Zinnia, the Rayquaza fight, and Deoxys. That decapitates the post-game of ORAS for me. And I've timed it. When I was practicing for the eventual Let's Play we do for ORAS, I timed that shit. 2 hours, 27 minutes it took me to do that. And I was doing that as fast as I could. Honestly, I feel that ORAS did Megas the best. Like, ORAS integrated Megas in the most natural way possible. It meshes very well. Like, yeah, Steven Stone, the guy who gives you the first Mega Stone, is a guy whose literal hobby is collecting rocks. Who else would make sense to give you the Mega Stone? Like, that makes sense. Team Magma, Team Aqua are literally evil geologists. Makes sense they would use rocks. That makes sense. Hey, Rose, never played the original versions of Gen 1 through 7. I would recommend you play the Gen 7 games and Gen 5 games. I think they're very good. They're criminally underrated. They will not. Remember, Ash Greninja wasn't even in the Gen 6 games. Ash Greninja was added in Sun and Moon Ultra and Ultra Moon. And they removed Ash Greninja, replacing it with the Battle Bond Greninja, just giving you a 1-stat attack, special attack and speed boost when you get a knockout for the first time. Gen 7 is indeed highly underrated. Gen 7 is underrated and overhated. Will I say Gen 7 is my favorite gen? No. Is it up there? Yes. It is very much within my top 5. But it's like, I'd say it's probably within my top 3. Like, maybe top 4, like, the placement of Scarlet Violet is still subject to change. Its placement is still in flux. Gen 7 something. Yeah, for me it's like Gen 6, Gen 9 kind of toggle back and forth like the placement. Favorite one, again, well, same with Generation 5. Like Generation 5 and Gen 7, Gen 8, well, Gen 7 and Gen 5 and Gen 9 are all shifting. Gen 5 is pretty much number 1 or number 2 at number 2 at absolute lowest. Gen 9 is anywhere between 1 and 3. Gen 7 is 2 to 4. 4 is, and then then there's Sword and Shield, which like kind of toggles back and dances around things. What animals do? Rabbit is what a Zoomerl is. It is a rabbit. Like, a Zoomerl is like ideal rabbit Pokemon form. It looks very rabbit. Same with Wigglytuff. It looks very rabbit. I replayed Sword and Shield 4 times, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon 3 times, so many times I can't remember. I have replayed Black and White so many times, I don't even know how many times I've replayed it. Probably just get Gen 5 remakes, a few years, don't find out. Yeah, we're probably going to get remakes of Black and White in about a year and a half. It's not going to be this year. We are not getting remakes of that this year because it's not the way that they do release cycles of games. The way that they do release cycles of Pokemon games is, say, year 1 of Gen Cycle is the new main flagship game of that generation. So, Sword and Shield, Scarlet, Violet. Next year is the release of the DLC. Then, a year after that at the earliest, is the next game. So it's like, we are a year and a half out from seeing anything related to a hypothetical Black and White remake, if it's even coming, this next year, this side of the half decade. This side of the decade is, we don't even know yet. The soonest Black and White remake would come out is 2024. So we need to cool our pants before we get our knickers in a twist. This is the year of the DLC. Next year, maybe we get the games. But I think more likely they're probably not going to release anything about it, because it would be horrible business practice to have the DLC be coming out, and then, oh yeah, before the DLC's even out, we're advertising our next game, which is going to be Black and White remake. Like, it would be the business equivalent of taking a briefcase full of hundreds of millions of dollars, dumping gasoline all over it, and then just lighting it on fire. It would be throwing away hundreds of millions of dollars. Was it Blood Moon Iron Jug yet? I used Excadrill in my Black and White Let's Play series. Not as good as you think. What really made Excadrill is move tutor moves and, like, TMs. You're not gonna get those moves in a standard playthrough. Like, it doesn't learn Iron Head by level up. It gets that via move tutor or TM in the modern games. It got Earthquake, but, like, it's basically just Earthquake. Chandelure we also used Chandelure in our Black and White 2 series. Chandelure was fun. We clowned so aggressively on Getsis with Chandelure. That was just humiliating what Chandelure did to Getsis. And I am so happy all of that was on footage. Yep, I also had Electros. I also had Electros in my Black and White 2 series. Yeah, that was a great series. That was a great series. Honestly, I could do my Black... Well, not again, I probably would. I still don't know when I'm going to do Black and White 2 Challenge Run. Well, then I still need to secure the other game for that as well, so that's still going to be some ways out. No, I didn't use Superior. I used Superior in the Black and White Let's Play. I used Samurai in the Black and White 2 Let's Play. I used Emboar on the Black Let's Play file. The White Let's Play, we had Superior. I've used all 3 of the starters for the series. And Yeah, I used Archeops, I used Vanillux, used Conkeldurr, Haxorus, Golurk, Galvantula. There's Zoroark, we use Zoroark. There's a lot of stuff we use. We use a lot of stuff. See, here's the thing. Archeops is really fun. I would recommend giving it a try. I would recommend using Archeops in a playthrough. It's just fun. Like, you will not be disappointed. Yes, Defeatist as an ability sucks. The good thing is, you can give it a berry. Well, then again, you can't use berries. You can use potions to heal it mid-battle. Or use it in Black 2. Yep, it's post-game. Yeah, I was planning to use it in Black 2 when we did that Let's Play. But my friend told me you can't get it until post-game. So I had to shift around my entire Let's Play teams so I could use it. I did not use Gigalith. I have plans for Gigalith, Stephanie. When we get around to challenge mode for the Black and White 2 series, that's when we're using Gigalith. Don't listen to Matt, he's just a biased Gen 5. Says the girl who's Gen 1 biased. Says the girl who's Kalos biased.
That's rich coming from you, Ash. It's also funny that you dislike Generation 5, considering its location.
I just find things amusing. Yeah, you know what? You're gonna try and hit me with that folded up stool? You won't. You won't. You wouldn't hurt this face. You wouldn't hurt this face. I know. I know you don't live in New York. New York sucks. But I know. I do enjoy our banter. The banter is peak content. Honestly, like, the good thing is, like, my headache kind of went away. I was honestly worried about not really being able to stream that long. I was like, oh, my headache's like a splitting headache. It's like, oh, no. Headache's gone. Mostly. There's still a little bit dull ache, but it's like, it's not like I'm feeling a knife stabbing into both of my eyeballs from the back of my skull. To be honest, there are some Gen 5... Oh, really? Really? Enlighten us, Ash. I mean, there's some Kalos that I do like. Not many, but I do like them. Isn't very by Hijo. Yeah. You know what, Ash? Special treat for you. Special treat for you. Pikazekram hat. Otherwise known in the community as Pikaram. Yes, that is the official... Well, not official. That is, like, the actual in-community term for, like, that tag team in the TCG is specifically Pikaram. I don't know why, but this hat makes me look so freaking pretentious, it's not even funny. It's like, the hat exudes pretentiousness for me. Yeah, maybe it's because, like, the first video I ever recorded with the face cam was actually me wearing this hat. Ash feeling pain. Different Ash. This is not the same Ash as that numbskull that went to Unova. Like, The funniest thing about Iris is that everyone hates Iris, but she basically is vocalizing all of the shit we would be yelling at Ash as a character. It's like, yeah, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. Like, that is exactly what we would do. Nah. No one likes this here. Yes, you know, but I'm talking about Ash from the Pokemon anime. When he went to Unova. And he was, as always, a bonehead. Like, that's the most jarring thing about the anime. Is you've got Ash, like, 379 IQing against Tobias's Darkrai. Whereas, like, I will use Sleep Talk Heracross to body his Darkrai. And then you just smash cut to Unova, where he just doesn't know anything. Yeah, I know. Ash is technically royalty in Kalos. They'll make anyone a king these days. Al is technically royalty. It's like... I still... That is probably the dumbest way Ash has ever lost in a Pokemon League, is that Kalos thing. Like... I'm by no means a fan of Ash from the anime. This Ash Ketchum slander. It's not slander if it's true, Ash. It's not slander if you can prove it. Where's my step stool? This is why you need to just get platform shoes, Ash. Just get those massive 6-inch platform shoes that Kiss has. Or I don't know, just like duct tape wooden blocks to your shoes. That'll solve it. Yeah, I don't hate Tobias. The funny thing is, like, everyone hates on Tobias. When what Tobias did is basically what we all did when we were kids. Just bring in legendaries and mythicals into the Elite Four. What could possibly go wrong? Slander is spoken in print, it's libel. I approve the reference, Jared. I approve that reference. J.K. Simmons. Absolute treasure. I am so glad they brought J.K. Simmons back to play J. Jonah Jameson in the MCU. Tobias didn't need one. He didn't need one. He didn't need a Metal Adios. He didn't a regular one. He's need a regular Adios. Adios, amigos. Oh yeah. It's a shame we trusted his barber. Who's Barber? Well, technically, Arakius is only a fragment of the actual Arakius. The Arceus we know isn't actually Arceus. It's a piece of it. Because, like, it can't really exist in our universe. So that's to basically break off, like, a cell. Like, here, this is a piece of me. I kind of like Bald J. Jonah. Like, it works. I think it works. Arceus is too OP for this Earth. Tobias gifted Tendo's response to hackers. Yep. Why just wasn't it? He has a full team. It's just you don't see his full team because it took Ash 6 Pokemon to beat Latios and Darkrai. He had more. He just never needed to use more than Darkrai until Ash, where he needed to use Latios. We don't know what his full team is, and like that's the point. We're not supposed to know what his full team is. The mystery is the point. Technically, Darkrai is not a legendary; it's a mythical. It is a mythical; it's not a legendary. They are actually very different. I remember looking it up. There was no confirmation. We've been over this before, casual. There was no confirmation. Nothing about his team was ever confirmed. Oh, this is me screwing with Ash by wearing the hat with Pikachu and Zekrom on it. This is me screwing with Ash. Unless that was a Cherry that I would have that thing with, but like no, there is nothing about his team, anything beyond the Latios and the Darkrai. This isn't Jakey's. There's no commands to make me do anything, Ash. You hold no power here. Except to ban hammer people. That's not confirmed, Ash. That's not confirmed, casual. That is not confirmed. That is like the opposite of confirmed. You do not have unlimited power, Ash. Remember, I can take away your mod power. I can take your power away and give it to myself. And bonk. Banned. No, we don't hate Ash. We love Ash. Ash is friend. Ash is friend. We just enjoy messing with Ash. Yeah, there's not anything about Tobias's team beyond the Latios and the Darkrai. The point is we don't know. Yeah, their names are in blue because they're mods. Mods are blue, members are in green, and moderatory title supersedes member title for coloration, but they still have the members tag, like the member icon next to them. YouTube's chat titling thing is fascinating. And inefficient. Still no, efficiency is my number one priority. Ash amuses all of us. She amuses all of us very well. Bounce on the goal. He should have beat. He should not have beat Steve. I hate me too, Staffy. Self-depreciation, not good, Ash. Only good vibes for Ash. Only good vibes. To be fair, Ash has had anti-plot armor literally the entire series. We have another thing in common. That likes to mess around with Ash. I must let just scar Mark. Okay, I don't scar Ash. I screw with Ash. I don't emotionally scar her and traumatize her like you did with Mark. And like we say, do more of that because it's funny. Mark's suffering is our entertainment. Scarred for life. Trust me, if I wanted to scar you for life, Ash, I have ways. Like, I am cursed with knowledge. There are cursed memes. But on Twitter, when I want to do a Nuzlocke of game on a Radical Red, Hegemony Red, Gen 5 is winning, and I'm sad. Oh! Oh, yes! Ash! Omar, can you go grab Ash's Twitter link? so that way we can vote on that poll. And everyone just instantly vote Gen 5. Make Ash play Gen 5. Omar, do it. This is my domain, Omar. You have to obey me. I'm your boss. If you don't do it, Omar, I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself, Omar. You can either, there are two ways this can go. It can go the easy way or the fun way. I would honestly very much prefer the fun way. No bully Ash. We don't bully Ash. We just annoy her with love. Oh really? What was the cool thing you got, Davidas? What was the cool thing? I don't think you understand the amount of rage I'm gonna have in those games. Ash! That's why we want to see it! We don't understand it. So we must experience it. Show us. Macho Man? Muscle Man? Who's Muscle Man? Hey, there's the thing! When we annoy Ash and she calls me spoon-fed, I finally get my shinies! Ash, you finally broke the curse. You're finally good luck, Ash! You're finally good luck! Man, just self-reported he's never seen regular show and got a shiny for it. No, you have to play Gen 4. You have to play Gen 5, Ash. Omar, get the link! Get the link to the Twitter poll. Get the link, Omar. Get the link. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. You can't post the link. You're not a mod. Only mods can post links. Add no act. It's a trap! You're a trap. It's to prevent people from spamming links and bots. It's a YouTube thing. Nah. Innocent pure angel. We know you're not, Ash. We know you're not. But we still love you. No, you're more of an ambush than anything, Ash. Joke's on you, I'll just spam Zeldas. I like that, Jared. That's a good one. I like that. That's a quality dad joke right there. Break my fingers! Did I make you tap your screen too hard, Ash? Did you punch the screen too hard in rage at me? Good. I feed off your rage. I feed off your anger. I feed off your fury. Whatever will you do, Ash? You can't escape me. I have your friend code on Discord. Ash, what's a Pokemon that gives you pain just looking at them? You have no such thing. This is fun. This is fun. Again, can one of the mods go grab Ash's link again? So, I mean, I guess in the meantime, we'll just, like, wander around here. This is gonna be the last sandwich we do. Like, we are gonna be ending after this sandwich ends. Hello, Skyscore. Skyscore. Yeah. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Yeah! I was always Palpatine. No, yes, Twitter link! Yes, Twitter link! Just remember, Ash could leave at any time she wants. Her staying here proves she enjoys it. If she didn't like it, she could just leave. She actively chooses not to. Let that sink in. Just let that thought wave sink in. I always have a point. Get out IQ'd, Ash. Get out IQ'd. Get out big brained. Okay, listen here. I'm gonna respectfully beat you up with the steps, Jewel. Do it! Do it! Do it! Nah, no need to be human shield. I have forearms that can easily block anything Ash does. Just deflect them. Do it. Do it. Do it. God, Palpatine is... God, Palpatine memes just hit differently. They will always be extremely enjoyable. Good question. What does Ash think of Infernape? What do you think of Fiery Punch Monkey? Your response to this, good. You have chosen wisely, Ash. You have chosen wisely. See, Ash does have good taste in Pokemon. Occasionally. Occasionally. We're working on that. We're working on educating her. I don't know. I gotta take the... Ash, you give me too many opportunities. If you don't want me to take the low-hanging fruit... Thank you, Omar! Everyone, go vote Gen 5 for Ash's Twitter poll! Do it! Do as I command! Make Ash play Gen 5! Alright, now where is this poll? Where's the poll? I can't find it. Did you hide it already, Ash? Did you hide the poll? Make the post visible, Ash, you coward! No, that's... actually that. Wait, really? Omar! Omar, you screwed up! Omar, you made a mistake. You made a grievous error. That's not the truth. You're right, everything's in Spanish. Hey, she added her on Twitter. Good. Okay, to be fair, Ash, the reason everyone is picking Gen 5 is because you say, Gen 5, please no. Again, you have only yourself to blame. You only have yourself to blame. It's like, you only have yourself to blame. This is why you... Ash is indeed self-bullying. This is indeed a form of self-bullying. You are your own worst enemy, Ash. You have become your own worst enemy. For better or worse. Mostly for better, because of the music. The other thing about using only Gen 5 stuff is that Gen 5 Pokemon generally have a higher stat efficiency than the other gens. Because they were actually well-designed stat-wise. Alpha, why do you cause me pain? You're the one that instigated the entire thing, Ash, by making the Gen 5 please no. You only have yourself to blame. Battle and Mustard. Oh yeah, Mustard. Mustard amuses me. We're doing more shiny hunting tomorrow. Tomorrow is gonna be some more Sparkle Hunt. You do indeed take 110% of the blame, Oma. You do take the blame for that error in judgment. To be fair, though, it is Sacred Ash, and that honestly, that makes sense. Don't worry about it, I'm right. All the Paradox Pokemon in Miraidon, it's Loking, Palvian, and I'm using to get the Pokedex of Scarlet. Yes, tomorrow. Oh, yeah, right, tomorrow is Zoldo. Yeah, tomorrow is Zoldo. I forgot about that. Speaking of Zelda, I have finished recording A Link to the Past. So, now begins the awkward sequence of what the freak do I record as my next Let's Play series? That's fun. Like, this is the first time that I have all of my Let's Plays finished. Technically, Metroid Dread is still ongoing, but, that series needs to be entirely redone. So it's Kirby's done recording. I haven't started recording the Forgotten Land yet. I haven't started redoing Metroid Dread yet. And I don't know what the freak I'm doing after A Link to the Past for my next series. So it's the channel's in basically limbo right now for, uploads. I don't like being in limbo. I will fit. We've been over this before, Blorb. We've been over this before. Who knows, I might even do XD Gala Darks or Coliseum next. I was debating on doing that, and I can just get the GameCube. So that could be something. But yeah, I have a few ideas sort of rolling around the old brain case. It could be Pikmin, like Pikmin 3 could be one. Like there's a number. I have a number of options. Potentially, Alex. Potentially Coliseum and XD could be next. Potentially. Potentially means maybe. Could be yes, could be no. We don't know yet. We don't know. Could be Pikmin 3. Like, again, there's a number of games. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might do Pikmin 3 just like, the run-up to Pikmin 4's release. But yeah, there's options. There are options. But yeah, I vaguely know what my teams are going to be for that series, though, when I do XD Darks and Coliseum. Yeah, the hyperspeed slowpoke is just one of the greatest just things of comedy that exists in Sword and Shield. Like, Sword and Shield was fantastic when it came to comedy. Like, there were definitely a few missteps that Sword and Shield had, but there was a lot of comedy. Like, I like how Leon's just kind of... Like, I've heard Leon described as a himbo, which, based on, like, the tropes associated with that, yeah, he kind of is. And then there's, like, the slowpoke moving at hyperspeed. It's like, there's a lot of comedy that there was potential for in it, and they leaned more into that with Peony. Well, what is it? What does your new profile picture even say, Alpha? I can't read it. It's a threat, is what it is. It's a threat Jared generally has, and I love it. It's a promise. I don't know. I just find it amusing. It says Gen 5 over Gen... Peony on Master ZX, we should have Fire and Ultra. Like, what is it with Pokemon and just having, like, overly comedic dads? Like, Byron, Peony. It's like, they're funny. They're funny. But yeah, it's like... There was a lot of good comedy potential that existed within Sword and Shield. I would say underutilized it, but they also kind of, I don't think, really had much of a good way to utilize it. Yeah. Those Slowpoke are just like freaking hyperspeed. I don't even, like, maybe they're also having a Choice Scarf. Like, I don't know how they're that fast. Again, it's stupid, and that's why I love it. But yeah, it's like, again, the comedy that potential that exists is getting more. There, Ash, you got your wish. I took the hat off. The vines are easy, forgettable. The potential for a League of Persecution. The obscure. That's exactly, Jared. I'll make quick draw, but better. Quick draw. I'm honestly surprised that my headache didn't come back with a vengeance after the first half hour. Like, I'm surprised that it didn't come back with a vengeance. But after this ends, I'm just gonna freaking, like, lay down in my bed and just, like, pass out. Nah. Ash is just lurking as she's looking for her step stool to come beat me up with. Wow. Yeah, this is why we love Ash. Yeah, this is way too warm with a jacket on. It's warm. It's too warm for that jacket. I like it, but like it's way too warm. I got 8 minutes left. Well, I mean, we can end off any time. I just want to be maximum efficiency. Man, I was over to block you. Blocked. Blocked. Again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more nonsense. Because, I mean, nonsense is all we do here. We do occasional informative content, like we have the Orilla Boom counter guide coming up in a few days. Like, I love how I saw the Orilla Boom counter guide happen. It's like, oh, and I knocked that thing out in about 20 minutes. The correct answer is always Quagsire. The correct answer is always Quagsire. Good night. Bye-bye. Honestly, we're probably going to be ending off. Like, the headache is starting to creep back into my eyes. Clodsire. Clodsire all the way. So yeah, I think we're going to go on a raid now. It's just, the headache is coming back. Wait, we're getting raided? I guess we gotta keep going then. Oh, we got raided by Boom Guy! Hello there, Midnight! Hello there, Carguy Crimson! Welcome in, Cat! We're actually gonna be ending off in a little bit. A little headache come back. I got like 8 minutes left on my sandwich. Or 6 minutes left with it. We got about 6 minutes, then we're gonna go end off. But, hello there, Slyman Boom Guy. How are you doing? Welcome in, Madman Microwave. How you doing? Stephanie, you will have to wait for the Rilla Boom counter raid guide to find out. You have to wait to find out for that. I cannot give away those secrets yet. Bozo Behavior, welcome in. That is a glorious name. Hello there, Slyman Boom Guy. Hello there, Slyman Boom Guy. If you guys haven't done so. Yes, we finally got the second Strudel. We finally got the second Strudel. Yes, Sly, I did. How dare I? How dare I? I do dare. I very much do dare. Can someone please go grab the Boomer's link? I was playing with my dog and accidentally... No! Not her doggo. What's up? Okay. Okay, Sly. Thank everyone who was just... Unraids. Raid retraction. Just rewinds the last, like, 2 minutes. Sly activates Bites the Dust. Hello there! Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe over here. And also, send the love over to Sly Guy, the man who dodges the bullet of the Elite Battle League fight against me for a few more weeks. Before I come back with him with a vengeance, it will strike him down with all my hatred. I'm gonna chop that Zygarde's head off and mount it on the wall. I could say the same about you, Sly. I could say the same about you. Of all people, I did not expect Sly to end up being my main rival in the EBL. I did not foresee that at all last season. It's like, no. It's personal now. It's personal now. It's always fighting words, Midnight. If you're unrated. Hey, you still playing? Hey, see? You're still playing Animal Crossing. You probably have the best answers I got being dealt on. I have multiple answers to Zygarde. I have multiple anti-Zygarde answers. Remember, Sly. Zacian isn't Steel Fairy in this instance. All I gotta do is live non-stab Iron Tail moves. Not stab ground moves. And I intrinsically outspeed you. Oh, I've been planning and calcing for Pidge. I planned this stuff months out, Midnight. I planned this stuff out. I am very competitive. I don't just like winning. I like crushing my enemies. It's not about winning. It's about sending a message. Winning is also important, but it's about sending a message. The only one of the EBL so far that scares me is Timmy. Timmy's team worries me. Competitive at stuff, I know, but it's stuff. Yeah, see, I'm competitive at all things. That's why I'm going to regional in about 2 months. And we're going full tilt aggro for that. That is the plans are gonna be made. They're gonna be finalized. Says the guy who didn't get Grimmsnarl. Says the guy who opted for Blaziken over Grimmsnarl. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that! Oh my god, we got the trap thing! My obliviousness comes in handy! Nope. You're banned, Sly. You're banned. Ooh. Bulbasaur. I would say Bulbasaur. Yeah, I can just throw Pokeballs at it now. I can just Pokeball throw it. Trank. Well, the other thing is I can just run away and it resets it back to, like, no stage boosts. So it doesn't even matter. Haha. I could literally do this all day. I can just run away. Yeah. See, work smarter, not harder. Smarter. Like, today has been eventful. I resurrected the vacuum. I finally broke the shiny curse. I'll explain the resurrecting the vacuum tomorrow when we get on Tears of the Kingdom. Which, by the way, Sly, you're behind in that. Get catching up. Yes, you broke the shiny curse, Ash. Name it Bulbasaur. I pull a Squirtle because the turtle squirts water or its tail. It's not. It does not look like a Squirtle. It's water swirl. They're stylized water swirls. I wonder why you're behind on Tears of the Kingdom, Sly. Also, Sly, fortuitous of you to show up here. You're not getting a shiny though. See. I would Weavile. Maybe I'll take it next season when I can get a shiny, or another shiny Weavile, or another shiny Weavile. I have so many freaking shiny Sneasel. But I think that's actually gonna be all for today, guys. Let's go check our Port Home Arenado auction to see if there's anything good in here. Probably not. Oh, there's a level ball! Yes! I do not have the money for this. I will go and sell some stuff. Do that off screen. Let's go raid. Let's go raid. Who do we raid? Who are we going raiding? Who are we raiding? Do we raid? We go raid Landono Furno Man. We raid Landono Furno Man. Yeah. You have no idea how much money I still have stuff from the Gimme Ghoul raid that I still have not yet to sell. Let's go raid Landon. Bye-bye, guys.